Um, I just ran out of storage. I apologize for the interruption. This is part 2 to the Book of Nahum. I'll start off where I left off. And the knees smite together, and much pain is in all loins. And the faces of them all gather blackness, where is the dwelling of the lions, and the feeding place of the young lions, where the lion, even the old lion, walked, and the lion swelled, and none made them afraid. The lion did tear in pieces enough for his whelps, and strangled for the lioness, and filled his holes with prey, and his dens with raven. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts. I will burn her chariots in the smoke, and sword shall devour thy young lions, and I will cut off thy prey from the earth, and the voice of thy messengers shall no more be heard. The miserable ruin of Neves. Woe to the bloody city is all full of lies and robbery. The prey depart is not the noise of a whip, and the noise of the rattling of the wheels, and the prancing horses and the jumping chariots. The horsemen lifted up both the bright sword and the glittering spear, and there is a multitude of slain, and a great number of carcasses, and there is none at end of their corpses. They stumble upon their corpses, because of the multitude of the whoredoms, of the well-favored harlot, the mistress of witchcrafts, the zealous nations through whoredoms, and families through her witchcrafts. Behold, I am against thee, saith the Lord of hosts, and I will discover thy skirts upon thy face, and I will shew the nations thy nakedness, and the kingdom thy shame. And I will abominable fill upon thee, and make thee vile, and will set thee as a gazing stock. And it shall come to pass that all they that look up upon thee shall flee from thee, and say, Neves is laid waste. Who will bemoan her? When shall I seek comforters for thee? Art thou better than Populus? No, thou wast situate among rivers that had the waters round about, whose rampart was the sea, and her wall was from the sea. Ethiopia and Egypt were her strengths, and it was infinite. But the Lumbum were thy helpers, yet was carried away. She sent into captivity. Her young children also were dashed in pieces at the top of all the streets, and they cast lots of her honorable men, and all her great men were bound in chains. Thou also shalt be drunken, thou shalt be hid, thou also shalt seek strength because of the enemy. And now thy strongholds shall be like fig trees with the first strip of figs. If they be shaken, they shall even fall into the mouth of the eater. Behold, thy people in the midst of thee are women. The gates of thy land shall be set wide, open unto thine enemies. The fire shall devour thy bars. Draw these waters for the siege, fortify thy strongholds. Go into clay and shred the mortar. Make strong the break-in. There shall the fire devour thee, the sword shall cut off thee, it shall eat up thee up like the cankerworm. Make thyself many as the cankerworm, make thyself many as a locust. Thou hast multiplied by merchants about the stars of heaven. The cankerworm spoileth, and the fleest away. They crown are as the locusts, and they captains as the great grasshoppers, which camp in the hedges in the cold day. But when the sun arises, they flee away, and their place is not known where they are. They are shepherds, slumber, O kings of Assyria. Thy nobles shall dwell in the dust. Thy people is scattered upon the mountains, and no man gathereth them. There is no healing of thy bruise. Thy wound is grievous.